Bye. Ooh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the countdown continues. We're just about to get to the sweet part of the program, so I kindly ask you to kindly be more patient as we count down to receive our chief guest, who will be joining us in a short while, so that we can begin this amazing day right here at KCB. Once again, it's a very warm welcome to each and everyone here, and thank you for accepting this invitation as we begin the journey of celebrating another round of the 2024 WRC Safari Rally, and proudly sponsored by KCB. So I'll ask you to stand by for that. But for right now, I ask you to enjoy the music, continue the interaction. All our influencers are here. Wale wanasikianga tu sauti ama kuona uso peke yake. We have all our influencers who will be introducing to you in a short while so that you can enjoy this amazing journey that we're going to be having for this year's Safari Rally. Karibu sana. I hand you over back to the DJ.
check, 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 check. Sound check, check, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Sound check, check, 1, 2.
You can't wait on their affirmation. You can't wait on their approval. You can't wait on their support. Sometimes you just got to run and look behind you and say, everybody who wants to run, run, but I can't stop running because you're not running with me. Listen to me, hear me. You can't stop chasing your dream just because somebody in your life won't chase it with you. You can't stop believing in yourself just because somebody in your life won't believe in you. You can't stop chasing the dreams of your life just because when you do it, you're going to have to do it all by yourself.
One, two. One, two. Gentlemen, as we continue to be patient, I'd like to thank you as you wait to begin the program. But just to give you some nice, interesting information, we have Africa's rally champion with us here, Karan Patel. Karan, good morning. Wave to your fans. Remember, Karan is also a Red Bull athlete. And not forgetting Nikhil Sajanya, who is also here with us as a KCB rally team. And you can interact with them just before we begin the program. They are right here next to their machines, which we'll be using in this year's WRC Safari Rally. So you can grab a photo, have a chat, get that memorable moment, and share on your social media. Kumbuka ni Gurumisha na KCB. And we will be unveiling a very important sponsorship, also a partnership for another year round from KCB. And I'd like to thank KCB once again for making another huge commitment in ensuring that they continue this gesture of working with the motorsports family in the country. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize KCB Group CEO, Paul Russo. Karibu sana. As we continue to wait for our chief guest, I can see also the various WRC Safari Rally officials, including the clerk of, and that is Guvi. Welcome. Good to have you here with us. I think I can see also Bwana Jim Kahumbura, the WRC Safari Rally event director. And by the indications of everything, we are just about to begin the program. So ladies and gentlemen, stand by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. No. Si mmekunywa chai hapa. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's like it. Thank you so much for accepting this very special invitation as we began another year of the amazing partnerships that we talk about in the world of motorsports in Kenya. Just before I get to welcome our guests and everybody else, I'd like to take this opportunity to give you a couple of just housekeeping items which will keep us going for the program. To alert you, we have our washrooms which are just right behind this stage. The access area is on that end. And then hopefully you might be able to have your phones on silent as we begin this program. And in the unlikely event of an emergency, please, there are various exits that have been allocated within the grounds for you to make use of. And of course, follow the instructions of our security teams and our KCB friendly teams that are here with us. And I'll ask you to also be aware, we will be streaming this event live on the KCB Facebook and YouTube page. So I'd like to call the House on order and request you to be standing for our national anthems. Asante. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just before you sit down, this is part of the program which would be very important to acknowledge. And I'd like us to celebrate two individuals who've had impactful moments and memories in our lives. And I'd like us to give a moment of silence, a minute, to the late Sean Kadovilis, who was a dear friend, a dear partner of motorsports, and very importantly, a dear friend to the KCB family. And also the sudden demise of the marathon world record holder last night. Let's celebrate Kelvin Kiptum and his coach, Gervais Hakizimana, who unfortunately left us yesterday, but we are left now with memories and memories that we'll remember for a long time for the impact they've had to us individually and also as a nation. So let's give them these moments silent. Thank you, and as we sit down, let's give these two champions, great souls, a round of applause as we celebrate them. Asanteni, let's have our seats. Great, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for accepting this invitation for this very special occasion. It's that time of the year again, and our friend, a partner who has been very passionate and very committed in moving forward motorsports and various other sports disciplines forward, KCB have once again said, hatutaachwa nyuma tena this year. So I would like you to repeat after me, Gurumisha, now feel the roar. Twende tena, Gurumisha, Gurumisha na KCB. So definitely looking forward to an amazing moment to celebrate this year's theme and also to celebrate you as a partner and a friend of this amazing sport, the iconic WRC Safari Rally 2024. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge all who are here with us, our chief guests, all of them from various sectors, including representing the governor of Nairobi County, Dr. Anastasia Nyalita. She's a CEC Inclusivity, Public Participation and Customer Service. Karibu sana. Na hongera tena kwa county ya Nairobi and county as a whole for hosting us once again. And also the CS for Youth Affairs, Creative Sports, Honorable Ababu Namwamba. Once again, thank you very much for gracing this event. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of KCB Group CEO, Paul Russo. Karibu sana. Permanent Secretary of the Sports Department, Honorable Peter Toom. WRC Safari Rally Event Director, Bwana Jim Kahumbura, and also KCB MD, Mrs. Anastasia Kimtai, all our influencers. Now this year, there is a legion of influencers. Kama hujawaona face to face, leo wako na sisi hapa. And I'd like you to acknowledge them because they will be doing the great work, the footwork that comes together in giving out this amazing information and story about this year's KCB's partnership with the WRC Safari Rally. They're also here with us amongst us, mtawaona tu wako hapa nasi. And also like to acknowledge the Talanta Hela Ladies Rally team, which is here. I can see them with big smiles on their faces. Looking forward to see you in the event this year. And more importantly, you as a spectator, a friend of motorsports in the country. I can see a couple of officials from various motorsports clubs. Everyone, the members of the Fourth Estate, asanteni sana for being with us here. Now, before I begin this program, I'd like to do something, because we had about 2 hours to mingle and interact. I want to show you something. As you know, KCB is for people and for? Is for people and? So here I have an amazing, nice half jacket. I'd like to sell it, but I can't. But I want to be very fair. So I'm going to come down here to the crowd. KCB, we are all exempted. So, Nkatho utaniambia watu wa KCB ni nani, eh? They're not supposed to get a chance. They know how to find it. So it's a very simple question. And I'll count to 5. Whoever gets it right gets this amazing branded you my guy jacket. You guy, my guy. All right, the question is very simple, and I'll count down to 5. Which year did KCB start sponsoring motorsports in the country? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a lovely lady here. And Katha, do I have permission to find out if she has the right? No? Okay. What's your name, young lady?
2003.
Is she right, Nkatha? Well done. KCB started a journey sponsoring, and I hope it will fit you. It will fit you. It will be nice in Naivasha to use that. So KCB started a journey with motorsports in Kenya in 2003, which makes it about 20 years plus of walking along with a sport that nearly died. So I'd like us to very humbly and very passionately to give a very big round of applause to KCB. Tafadhali. 20 plus years of supporting rallying in Kenya and other disciplines, but a great story that they have, which we'll be hearing more from our speakers who will be coming to join us up here. So to invite the first speaker of the day, it will be my pleasure to ask the Group Director, Marketing and Communications, Rosalind Geshoro, to give us the opening remarks. Please, a round of applause for Rosalind.
Thank you so much, Eddie, and thank you for giving us an opportunity to remember Sean. Just 9 months ago, we launched last year's WRC together with Sean, so thank you for giving us a moment to honor him. Honorable Ababu Namwamba, Cabinet Secretary, Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Peter Toom, PS Sports, Dr. Anastasia Nyalita, CEC, Inclusivity, Public Participation and Customer Service. Also representing the Governor, Honorable Sakaja, thank you very much for being with us. All government and county officials present. Jim Kahumbura, WRC Safari Rally Events Director. Maina Maturi, Chairman KMSF. WRC Safari Rally officials present. KCB leaders and colleagues present, drivers, navigators, rally fans, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We are delighted to have you all here today for this momentous event as we once again launch the 2024 KCB WRC sponsorship. In a very special way, your presence here is a confirmation of our collective commitment to supporting sports development in our country. My role is therefore to welcome you all to the landmark Kencom House, a building that we all know. Some of us know it as a meeting point, others know it as the heart and the cradle of KCB's rich heritage, as does the Safari Rally, which has been a part of our brand building initiatives for the past 2 decades, since 2003, as Eddie mentioned. KCB as an organization, and importantly as a brand, is proud to have been part of so many historic stories of Kenya's sports prowess. And this is affirmed by the decades of investments that have gone into various sports sponsorships. So today, as we gather here today, we awaken many profound memories we all have of the Safari Rally. And once again, KCB is proud to be walking this journey with the government of Kenya and Safari Rally Kenya to support this initiative once again. And importantly, as we do so, we acknowledge that it is not just for us here in Kenya, but we acknowledge the many citizens of other nations who will make their way to Kenya to behold this spectacle and even participate. So with those few remarks, allow me to invite our events director, Jim Kahumbura, to make his remarks as we go through the agenda. So karibu, Jim.
Good morning, everybody. First is to acknowledge the presence of the Minister for Sport, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, the PS for Sport, Engineer Peter Toom, Chief Executive Officer for KCB Group, Paul Russo, acknowledge Rosa Rigeshono. Thank you. And still to recognize the county government of Nairobi, Ms. Dr. Anastasia, KMSF Chairman, Mr. Maina Muturi, KMSF Directors present, Ministry officials, members of the fourth estate, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to join the KCB Group this morning to celebrate another milestone of KCB Group's 21 years of solid motorsport sponsorship. The bank has invested 2.5 billion shillings over the last 21 years, driving motorsport in the country to higher heights, and we are keen on your continued support for the Safari Rally in the years to come. I wish to round the CS for Sports, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, and the PS for Sport for your visionary leadership and immense support in ensuring the Safari Rally return to the Easter holidays. The government of Kenya has been instrumental through the leadership of His Excellency the President in urging the country to continue hosting the global motorsports spectacle. It is now 40 days to the Safari Rally Kenya this year. My team is working around the clock to deliver a successful event. This year's event covers a total distance of 1,200 kilometers with 355 kilometers of 19 competitive stages. The rally will start on shakedown on Wednesday in Naivasha. Then we'll come to Nairobi on the Thursday, the 27th, to have a ceremonial start at the KICC in the morning. The crews will then tackle the Kasarani special stage from 12 o'clock in the morning. After that, they'll all go back to Naivasha. On Friday, the teams will tackle the road geothermal and Kedong stages. On Saturday, we will do the Choisab, Elementaita, and Slippery Warrior stages. And on Sunday, we'll do the Osirian, Marewa, and Hell's Gate stages. We are calling on all the motorsport enthusiasts drawn from across East Africa to tap in large numbers and cheer on the crews as they traverse the vast Nairobi, Kiambu, Nyandarua, and Nakuru counties. We urge all the rally fans to obey the traffic rules. Rally cars and everybody else on the main road must conform to the normal traffic rules that we follow. We do not rally on the road, on the main roads. We rally in the private farms. As I conclude, I thank KCB Group for your support, and we look forward to delivering the value to you in this year's event. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please another round of applause to WRC Safari Rally Event Director. A man who has a long checkered career in motorsports, seems he's still young at heart, and he's very passionate about this event and very synonymous with organizing and putting us through successful events over the years. Just before I invite our next speaker, I'd like to also remind you we're not only here to acknowledge the amazing strides that KCB has done for these amazing sports that we all love, but also to acknowledge two individuals who have formed a formidable team to make sure that KCB is equally represented from the driver's seat and the navigator's seat. They're here amongst us, and I'll be introducing them to you in a short while. Also not forgetting a federation that is very crucial in managing and making sure our sport is run well. That is the Kenya Motorsports Federation, represented here by the President, Maina Muturi. Nitakuomba usimame tu wasalimie na pia wakusalimie. He's here with us. Yes, I was about to ask you to stand on yours. Tunajua. Asante sana Maina. And by the way, these two gentlemen I'll be talking about later on and introducing to you have done immensely well in their own right. One has defied that even when you're not fully able-bodied, you can still challenge and become a champion and take part in one of the most demanding events in motorsports. The other one has defied all odds to ensure that he is crowned a continental champion. Is he looking forward to the world championship title? Who knows? But they're with us here, and we wish them well. So right now, as we move on, I'd like to welcome our host. Nairobi County has been the long-term host of the start of the Safari Rally over the last 70+ years. And Nairobi cannot be ignored when it comes to the ceremonial start or anything to do with this amazing, iconic Safari Rally. So please help me in welcoming, representing the Nairobi County Governor, Dr. Anastasia Nyalita. She's a CEC, Inclusivity, Public Participation, and Customer Service. Please, a round of applause for her.
Thank you, Bwana MC, and thank you for those kind words for the Nairobi City County. We are very delighted. CS, Babu Namwamba, CS for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Arts. Engineer Tum, PS for Sports. Paul Russo, CEO for KCB. The team from Safari Rally, led by the event organizer, also the CEO for Safari Rally Kenya. We're very delighted to be here. Before I read the governor's speech, I just want to tell you a little bit about what my sector does, because it's center. I mean, what we are doing today is, at the core of what our mandate is as a county. One of the things that has happened also is that the Vibe of a City is now one of the top 10 priorities, programs, and projects for the governor. And indeed, it is in our interest to ensure that every event that takes place in the city, whether it's organized by the county or by the non-state or other state agencies, we have to plug in to ensure that we reignite the vibe of a city. In terms of my sector, and I'm glad that I see it included here, so it's inclusivity, public participation, and customer service. Basically, the core of this is city arts, culture, and tourism, and I have my equivalent of a PS at the county level, DJ Clemo is just right behind. Please give him a round of applause. He is a guy who drives the matters of events and city arts and culture for the city, county, across the board. So really, we count on him to make it happen. If you remember the Nairobi Festival that happened just the other day, that's driven by Clemo. Upcoming soon will be the Battle of Choirs, and we plan to have many more activities given that this sector has now been given the priority by the governor. The other one is gender and inclusivity, to make sure that no one is left behind, and I'm very delighted to note that the Safari Rally is ensuring that everyone, men, women, persons with disabilities, the marginalized are actually at the center of what the rally stands for, and so on and so forth. So really very, very delighted. And last and not least is public participation, citizen engagement, customer service. Again, the services that we give to you, but more important also the engagements that we have in forums like this. So that's what my sector does, and we're very delighted to ensure that Nairobi works, and with your support, I'm sure we have no choice but to make Nairobi work, isn't it? So allow me to read the governor's speech. Ladies and gentlemen, there isn't a more iconic event than the Safari Rally. None of us who have had the experience of watching it live will have forgotten the thrilling speed of Lancia Integral, the skill of Patrick Giro and Cheque Meta, or the beauty of the country which has hosted the event since 1953. This is our event, and it has taught a watching world to love our country. But the story has its dark moments. For years, the event was out of the World Rally Championships. We still competed, but not at the highest level. That is why I'm particularly pleased to be here today. We owe the restoration of this event to the WRC, to the tireless work of our sponsors, our enthusiasts, and government who laid the foundation for its return. Today, I want to single out KCB, whose sponsorship has been generous beyond praise. They've set aside more than 100 million shillings this year, the latest in a very long string of great gifts to the greatest rally on earth. I want to recognize this commitment. Asanteni sana to our friends and partners at the KCB Group, starting with the CEO, Paul Russo. Your support goes a long way into supporting sports in this country, be it local or international sport event. The rally may be seen as just an event by many, a reason to get out of town and follow your favorite rally driver from the start to finish. But it is more than that. This one event will boost tourism. For Nairobi, we get to host all the international and domestic tourists who travel with the vehicles, the drivers, their technical teams, sponsors, organizers, and we are happy to host every one of them. This event offers employment to many of our people. It gives our county and various counties visibility, media publicity, and a total economic value chain that runs into billions. More so, it is one of those events that is a feel-good. Of course, that rhymes with the vibe of the city. As Nairobi, we are proud to host the flag-off, and we welcome this event. We couldn't do this without you, KCB, and we are truly grateful. Let me close, if I may, with two further remarks. First, the national government, well represented here through the CS, has been a very strong partner in the effort to restore the Safari Rally to the pinnacle of world motorsport. I appreciate them. But let that generosity spread. Let other sponsors come to strengthen the Safari Rally so that it becomes a true immovable feature of the annual sporting calendar. But for today, it remains only to thank Paul Russo and the whole KCB team for believing in this event, which has so often been a showcase of the talent of our people and the beauty of our country. Asanteni sana, we bring greetings from His Excellency Governor Sakaja, Arthur Johnson, EGH. Thank you very much.
Makofi ya county government ya Nairobi tafadhali. Dr. Anastasia, asante sana. Great words to keep us appreciating and enjoying the great hosting that Nairobi has been to us. For those who might not know, the KICC will once again host the ceremonial start, which has been the traditional start of all the safari rallies that we've known for the last 70 plus years that we know. It's that old. Watu wa Nairobi mpo? Nataka kuwasikia kule nje kama mko. Tafadhali tuwasikie. So I have a nice news for you. So KCB is giving a very, very beneficial activation at the moment, which is the Gurumisha na KCB. And they have an activation point right in front of the Moi Avenue entrance door there. There's a tent and there's an activation going on right now. We are pushing this great opportunity for you to get the benefits of this amazing value ya Gurumisha na KCB. Pendukia mwenzako ambaye yuko naye hapo mwambie Gurumisha na KCB. Naona hata PS ameambia MD pia atagurumisha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's an amazing activation going on, and it's very simple to get a part of it. It's just to open a KCB account. If you do not have a KCB account, kama huna KCB account, uko na opportunity ya kufungua account hapa Kencom kwa hiyo Moi Avenue branch, and you just need to have saved a minimum of 1,000 shilling, 1,000 peke yake, na kila wiki watu watakuwa wanashinda 2,000 na kunakuwa na zawadi kubwa zaidi kwa wiki ambao KCB will match what you have in your saving account. Can I get a round of applause for that? It's something to celebrate, especially in these times that we are living in. So any opportunity that adds value to your life, definitely for KCB, it's for people for better. So right now, please help me in welcoming a gentleman who has been at the helm of this great institution, KCB, with remarkable leadership and dedication in fostering partnerships that promotes sports immensely, and efforts together with his teams that has been very commendable. The long-standing commitment of KCB Group to the WRC Safari Rally and the significance of this sponsorship in furthering the development of motorsports in our region has been fully backed by KCB. So please help me in welcoming the KCB Group CEO to tell us a little bit more about this, Bwana Paul Russo.
The Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Sports and the Arts, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, the PS for Sports, Engineer Peter Toom, CEC Inclusivity, Public Participation and Customer Service for Nairobi County, Dr. Anastasia Nyalita, Government and County officials present, Jimmy Kaumbura, the WRC Safari Rally Events Director, WRC Safari Rally officials present, Kenya Motorsports Federation officials present, colleagues from KCB, and I see my EXCO members seated right behind UCS. That whole line is the power of the team that runs KCB. Rally fans, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I think, thank you, Eddie, for reminding us truly, to celebrate Sean. And again this morning, we had the bad news, and thank you, CS, for notifying us that you had to take that event, the loss of Kelvin. But again, I think Eddie said it correctly. We celebrate, and it's important for us to continue. So it's an honor to welcome all of us this morning. It's important to launch KCB's sponsorship for WRC, and we thank you, CS and PS, for being here. We truly appreciate your resolve to lift sports across the disciplines, and we can count us as you commit on that journey. We are truly aligned, particularly on the desire to monetize and harmonize sports activities across the country. As KCB, we take great region's motorsport story. I think that we started sponsoring Safari Rally but also I think motorsports. And I still believe we have, Rosalind, opportunity to work with Chairman seated next to you to see how we can get the National Rally Championship back on track. And I think it's important. Because even the drivers that we are sponsoring and those who will participate have actually come through that chain. So losing Kenya National Rally Championship isn't something we are proud as KCB. So it's good you are seated together, that you can have that conversation even now. Yeah. Since then, I think we've been very strong supporters of Kenya National Rally Championship. No pressure. But we also had autocross and real talent coming through. But I really believe that CS commercializing talent is very important. And it's not just for fun, but it's also getting food on the table. Today's announcement starts a new chapter to our story because we reiterate our commitment to sports. I don't know about you, but the best rugby team in this country is KCB Rugby Club, right? I don't know about you. We are pushing and, overhauling the football team, and a lot has happened with new players coming in January window. The volleyball team, made us Africa champions, but we don't say, chess, we are the #1 team in the country. KCB chess team is the #1 in the country. But most importantly, two drivers that we sponsor, have made this country proud. And thank you for all that you do and pushing this brand. Ladies and gentlemen, just for sports, motorsports only, we spend around 1.7 billion into the specific sports. And we are deeply committed, and it's good that the finance director is here when I'm making these commitments. It's right behind you. That we really have to support talent. It's therefore my honor as CS to announce that KCB is renewing sponsorship towards the 2024 WRC Safari Rally. The bank has put aside Kenya shillings 195 million towards this. Of the 195 million, that's the breaking news, isn't it? Of this amount, 100 million will go directly to the WRC Safari Rally, right? While 95 million will go towards brand activation and the sponsorship of the two local drivers, Karan Patel, who is the reigning Africa Rally champion. Yeah. And let me just say, Karan, I hope you felt the love of KCB across the different countries. So that's the beauty about being KCB. So when he was racing in Rwanda, BPR Bank was at the heart of pushing that. In Tanzania, I think KCB Tanzania showed some love. And that's the beauty about being a regional powerhouse. So thank you, Rosalind, for all that you're doing. And also Nikhil Sachania. Karan and Nikhil put up a strong show last year, ably representing our brand. And we believe that together we will continue to work for a long time. This sponsorship further, commits towards the sport to global elite levels. We are proud to join the government of Kenya and other partners of the Safari Rally and look forward to working together in making this dream a reality. The fact that it's happening over Easter is really attractive, but also scary, isn't it? Right? Because we will have children and they'll be home. There is always the pressure of travels over Easter, and CS will be looking up to you and PS to work with the security teams to make sure that that traffic is managed, because we think it is going to be a whole different level. It's our DNA that we continue entrenching the sustainability agenda. KCB has adopted as SDG 13 on climate action and has prioritized the environment conservation. We plan to plant 300,000 trees this year. Last year we planted 320,000 trees to compensate for carbon loss. On the social pillar, we will be keen to ensure the safety of the spectators. I've just touched that, and the drivers during this rally sport event. We are very, very keen to make sure that safety is at the top. Again, we attach our brand because we believe that all partners are on the table to make sure it's successful. I think there was conversation about Gurumisha na KCB promotion. I do not want to repeat that. Please, Gurumisha na KCB kwa hiyo tent. And you can be so sure that we just don't make money, but we also support the communities that we operate in. So putting your money with KCB is assuring that it will also go to a good cause. To conclude, I reiterate the group's commitment to supporting sports development, and it's our promise to partner and play our part. Our focus is to put Kenya on the regional and international stage as a sporting powerhouse. I now take this opportunity with all humility to welcome the PS, Engineer Tum, to make his remarks. Many thanks and God bless you all.
Our Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, our CEC representing the governor here today, my friend Paul, KCB CEO, who has made us proud to be here today. Let me say all protocols observed. Anastasia, I can see you there. And the leadership, Jim Kahumbura, the motorsports chair. I have not seen Charles, who is also in my team. Good morning. Good morning once again. Although we began with a very sad note this morning, I think the discussions that we've had have raised at least our feeling. And to that effect, Waziri, let me use this opportunity to recognize two things. 9 months ago, when I joined the ministry and I was a freshman in this ministry, we stood on this podium, and I think that time it was on the other side, not because we wanted to clap to ourselves for the successes you brought into the ministry, but to clap for the partnership you have personally assured that you've kept looking for. And one such partner that has kept your word is KCB. Allow me to take this opportunity to clap for both of you. At that particular moment, I had just come from health. I didn't know what sports was all about. And I remember on that podium then, that was in May, I think, you mentioned and said you like being a PS in this ministry. And I think for those who knew me earlier, you can see I'm even younger than I was 9 years ago. And you can, see the kind of clothing I wear, which is different from the suits I used to wear at that particular moment. And therefore, what are we saying as we sit here today to launch this partnership? What is up for them to grab? KCB was the #1 partner that came there. And they promised to #1, over and above anything else, to stick with the Safari Rally. And true to what their promise was, you've heard what the CEO has said. From the 100 that they gave us that time to 195 million Kenya shillings. Please clap for them. Again, they promised that they would be looking into the aspects of the Paris Olympics, and they will be having discussions with us to see how then they can be able to partner with us. And for that, I wish to encourage other corporates in this country to partner, because sports is the in thing if you want to touch the heart of a youth in this country, please look in the sporting arena. Yeah, to what Paul Russo said, the fun experience. And his colleague Charles, working of course in my office, led by my SA, stand please, Mr. Choki there. Let me assure you one thing, that the fun experience this time around is on another level. Why am I saying this? The team spoke to me last week, and they gave us a brief on where they are insofar as the preparations are concerned. And they are telling us the difference between the Safari Rally this year and that we had last year are two things. One is that this time round, we are going to assure Kenyans of the routes that they will not be required to follow. Meaning, we will be giving you a heads up. I don't know through an application that you are coming up with or something else, but let me tell you. The second one is that they are now with corporates working together to ensure that the security for the funds, you know, coming into Kedong and the likes and going out have been prepared adequately early enough. And therefore, when you look at us launching at this particular moment, when we are remaining with a month or so to go, don't imagine that the preparations have not been going on. We are up to the task, and we are giving you a good, fun experience. I don't want to speak too much on the aspect of how the government is coming in, the kind of sponsorship that we are giving, and the kind of partnerships that we have had, you know, working as one government. Those that are with us to ensure that the experience this time is on another level. Let me take this opportunity to ask our able CS just to come and explain and give you the feel of what the ministry is doing insofar as the preparation for this year's World Safari Rally is concerned. Karibu sana Waziri. You know, usually we give him music, you know.
Asante sana PS. Now my colleague and friend, the Principal Secretary for the State Department of Sports, Engineer Piratum, my friend and brother, the KCB Group CEO, Paul Russo, together with your entire team. There's a very impressive constellation of the leadership of the KCB Group. And this sends a very strong message that this is not just about Paul and his love for sports. It enjoys full institutional backing, which is quite important. Dr. Anastasia Nyalita, the CC Inclusivity, Public Participation and Customer Service of the Nairobi City County Government, and all the national and county government officials who have joined us here this morning, the rally fraternity, Jimmy, together with your secretariat team, the officials of the rally who play such a critical role for this event, including all of you drivers, the navigators, the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, we have started off this day on a very sad note after losing a truly national hero, a young man who had just conquered the world, and at his young age of 24, he was destined to rule and dominate the world of marathon running for a long, long time. And it is for that reason that this event was delayed by just over an hour. I called Paul early this morning to request respectfully that we delay this event for an hour to allow government to address the nation on the very sad demise by a tragic road accident of Kelvin Kitum. And I want to thank the organizers of this event for sparing a moment to pay respect to Kelvin alongside Sean, a truly rally and sporting hero that we lost last year. But even as we mourn Kelvin, we also want to celebrate his contribution to Kenya's very rich, robust sporting heritage, and he will always remain a shining light in that galaxy of Kenyan sports. And this morning, therefore, we are delighted to join all of you, Paul, together with the entire team, to witness the official launch of this year's World Rally Championship Safari Rally, which we'll be witnessing next month. This time it's the third round of the 2024 World Rally Championship Series. Let me from the outset recognize the sponsorship of KCB, and alongside you, KCB, all the other partners who have come forth to work with government to deliver this event. We are grateful that you continue to heed the government's call, that this is something we cannot do we cannot do alone. In the true African spirit, we say if you want to go very fast, you travel alone, but if you want to go far, you travel with others. And we want to continue raising the profile of sports as a key contributor to national development. I particularly want to applaud KCB for your continuous investment, very consistent investment in the world of sports, and it is across the entire ecosystem of sports: motorsport, football, rugby, volleyball, chess, golf, name it. You look at that ecosystem, you see KCB for people, for better, from all angles, whether it is 3D or 5D or 7D, you see the roar of the lion of KCB. The history of motorsports in Kenya cannot be written without the mention of KCB. And as has been disclosed this morning, it is now 21 years, 21 long years of consistent and persistent support. The sport owes its success to the bank, which has never really held back from supporting that ecosystem, from the Autocross Championship, the Kenya National Rally Championship, the KNRC, and now the World Rally Championship. We're indebted to KCB for this incredible support. And for those of us who are unashamedly, unapologetically Kenyan and African, we dare add that we are particularly way. And I can whisper to you that I bank with KCB. Today we are not only celebrating the return of the WRC back to the traditional Easter weekend, but we are also celebrating the fulfillment of government commitment that the WRC will continue to have its presence here. This is now the 4th year since the WRC returned to Kenyan soil, and we are glad that KCB continues to strengthen your partnership with this brand. And we have said, and we'll reiterate it this morning, that the Safari Rally is in the WRC series to stay. And government will not spare anything to ensure that we remain in the World Rally Championship Series. This year we aim to surpass the 100 million global broadcast viewership, given the amount of resources we are putting in place for marketing and publicity. I'm heartened to know that KCB has also set aside a substantial budget to support these efforts through the Gurumisha na KCB promotion. Tutakuwa tunagurumisha all the way to Vasha and beyond. As a government, we take pride in the fact that through the WRC, we have the opportunity to showcase the beauty of Kenya to the entire world through sports tourism. As a result, it's expected that Kenya will earn over 7 billion Kenya shillings in foreign exchange, money that, when pumped into the economy, will go a long way in supporting the livelihoods of millions of Kenyans, especially during these trying economic times with the global economic slump. I also want to take this opportunity to really emphasize the importance of safety, importance of security, importance of effective traffic management, so that the whole rally experience is fun but secure and safe. And so we are urging you great Kenyans who love the rally, you love the Vasha experience, we will be putting certain measures in place to strengthen that aspect of safety and security. Please follow those measures, whether it is to do with the traffic control. We are going to be very granular in terms of routing and directing the use of roads that intersect with the rally ecosystem. Please help us to make this experience fun and safe. Let me reiterate the government's commitment to support the rally and by extension the entire sports ecosystem. We continue to put in place the necessary structures to ensure optimal utilization of the available resources. And I look forward to seeing you all in Naivasha and having a great time with the friends and family. And to conclude, let me draw attention to what I'm calling the 7-star intervention by government to make the WRC Safari Rally this year even better. Number one, we have moved the rally from June to Easter. And it took some incredible consultations and negotiations with the promoter, the FIA, to shift the dates from June to the Easter weekend, which we believe returns the rally to its original soul, its original spirit, as we have known it before. We will also be paying a lot of attention on the fun experience, safety and security, as I have indicated, with a better infrastructure for what we call the Hustler Bazaar, the space for ordinary Kenyans where you can have fun and also make some money within the rally ecosystem. Number two, we have shifted the starting point of the rally from Uhuru Park to KICC. So the rally this year will be kicking off from KICC. Number three, we have shifted the prize giving from the service park to Hell's Gate. You have witnessed previously what an incredible logistical nightmare it is to scamper from Hell's Gate to Service Park for the prize-giving ceremony. The time we lose, the momentum you lose, and Hell's Gate is just Hell's Gate. It's just Hell's Gate. There's no other place like Hell's Gate. So we want the world to have a real feel of Hell's Gate. So the entire ceremony will now take place at Hell's Gate. Number 4, we have refreshed the rally leadership. You'll be interacting with a team that is refreshed, that is re-energized, with a lot of emphasis on stronger accountability, stronger transparency, and efficiency of how we deliver this rally. Number 5, ahead of kicking off the rally, we'll be officially unveiling the Kenya School of Rallying. And the Rallying School, as announced by His Excellency President William Ruto last year, when he unveiled the Talanta Hela initiative, is government's effort to anchor the growth of motorsport on talent progression from the earliest age possible through the Talanta Hela initiative. Number 6, we will be reinvigorating and elevating the Kenya National Rally Championship all across from juniors to seniors. And I have been whispering in the ear of Paul here that as we strengthen support to the WRC, government desires us to strengthen our partnership around the KNRC too. Because really it's the KNRC that serves as a breeding ground for Kenyan drivers for the WRC. We want to return to the days of Patrick Njiru and Vic Preston Jr. and all those Kenyan greats that rubbed shoulders at the elite level. And we believe a strong KNRC can only be a good ignition of a strong Kenyan flavor in the WRC. And then finally, we are going all out to expand the sponsorship base, and we thank KCB for leading the way in that respect. We urge other corporates to come on board so that we can strengthen the base of partnership to make this event even greater. Let me conclude by saying that government is delighted by the effort to ensure inclusivity for the rally. We want to see the youth participating in the rally, and I want to thank KCB for the specific support you give to Karan and Sachania. We are so proud of you, young people, and we want to see more women participate in the rally. I want to take this moment to recognize the Talanta Hela all ladies teams. Let us give a round of applause to our all ladies teams. And this year we will be expanding. We'll be expanding the number of ladies that we'll be supporting. What is good for the goose must be good for the gander, and we believe that women have made an incredible contribution to the proud heritage of rallying in this country, and we must give them extra support. We will do that again this year and for the foreseeable future. We as government will continue to support sports. Please continue supporting our Talanta Hela initiative, because Talanta Hela really speaks to the point that the CEO emphasized on commercialization and monetization. The other day I was watching TV, and I was really gladdened as prize money for the Talanta Hela tournament was being dished out to the various teams that participated in this tournament. One of the girls from the Busia County girls team, which won the girls tournament, confidently looked into the TV cameras and said, 160,000 shillings has gone straight into my mfuko. Talanta hela pesa mfukoni. And she said, with these 160,000, I'll clear my fee arrears, and there'll be surplus for me to pay fees for my siblings. A lady, a mother to one of the boys that played for Homa Bay County team that won the boys championship, put it even better. She says, with this Talanta hela money, I'm going to buy a cow that I will name Talanta hela so that Talanta hela can be seen every day in this homestead. That's what we are talking about. Talanta hela pesa mfukoni. And so, Bwana CEO, we are so keen on that whole agenda of monetization, getting talents that can turn into livelihoods and support families and support communities. And even our effort to host these kind of events, the WRC Safari Rally, is to grow sports into a mega industry that can contribute to our economic development. And so whether it is WRC, or the Magical Kenya Open, or the AFCON 2027 that we are preparing to co-host. And you saw scenes from Cote d'Ivoire last night, what it means to host AFCON. You basically bring the whole continent, the whole world to your doorstep. Now what you saw, what you've been seeing in Abidjan, is coming to Kenya. Isn't it a great thing? And you can imagine the contribution that will have to our economy generally and to the branding of our country. That is what this government is about, deploying sports for national development. It is now my honor, privilege, and pleasure to officially declare that we have flagged off the KCB-sponsored drivers for the 2024 WRC Safari Rally, Karan and Sashani, tutawapatia bendera. Kusema ya kwamba we are now officially on, and to say our partnership with KCB for this season is officially on, and government will be putting in a very significant sum as the main sponsor. The PS being the money man, cleverly ducked to mention to you the figure. I'll not fall in his trap by taking that responsibility from him, but I can confirm that it is a significant sum of investment, which we have also taken time to ensure that it ticks the boxes of transparency, accountability, efficiency, and value for money. We are super strict on ensuring value for money for every shilling we put in this event and other events. Asanteni sana, twende Vasha, tuchape sherehe na tueneze urembo wa taifa letu. To the whole world, welcome to Kenya, magical land of Hakuna Matata. Asanteni sana.
Please, let's have another huge, warm round of applause for Chief Guest CS, Ababu Namwamba. I can only imagine how busy your weekend has been. You were recently in Kilifi. You're here with us this morning. And together, of course, with the PS, you have shown the much-needed commitment that we've needed in moving forward many things from this sport. And we are enjoying the commitment that you've given to this particular sport, which is rallying here in Kenya. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you may be very well aware, I'd just like to give you some info, which you might not know, going by the one very dominant color of KCB. Which is it? Which is it? KCB has an initiative which has been going on for a couple of years, which is promoting sustainability. And it's something we should also be talking about. And they've managed to actually get to grow more than 300 trees up to last year. Can we give them a round of applause? And they're joining partners in this initiative in taking care and looking after our environment. So it's not just about money, it's not just about sport, it's an all-round affair that looks to get us to have a conducive environment. So here we go, we move on to the next part of the program, and I'd kindly ask the team to come and move the podium. We can begin the better part of the program. And for this, I'd like to ask once again to invite our chief guest to join me back on the table, on the stage. That is Honorable Ababu Nawamba, to join us for this next part of the program, and also CEO, Group CEO KCB, Bwana Paul Russo, and also the WRC Safari Rally Event Director to join us for this next part of the program. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've been talking about. $1 billion plus shillings have been spent for the last 20 plus years in ensuring that motorsports as a whole in the country survives and keeps going. So I'll ask that big check to arrive on stage, and I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to be ready to celebrate this very important part of today's program, as the KCB Group CEO, Bwana Paul Russo, will be signing basi pale anaweka kidole kwenye check. Yes. Well done. Yeah, kelele Bobby. 20 plus years of supporting motorsports in the country, and here we are, the next new face, sponsoring and Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like to ask to get to the stage. Could we kindly have the representative from the county government, Dr. Anastasia, and also Director Marketing and Communications, Rosalind. Tafadhali join us on the stage. Can I also have the KCB leadership team? Can we also have the KCB Exco team to come for photograph, please? Tafadhali. Hii ni picha ya gazeti, si ya Facebook. Thank you so much. $100 million shillings that will be going to this year's WRC Safari Rally. $100 million shillings going to the WRC Safari Rally 2024, and flanked in front of them, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd also like to thank of our chief guests, also joined by the Kenya Motorsport Federation President, Bwana Maina Muturi, Thank you very much. We'll ask you to have your seats. So for this juncture, I'd like to ask the Managing Director, Mrs. Anastasia Kimtai, KCB Bank Kenya, to be with us on the stage. I'll ask our chief guest to take his seat, also together with the Jim. Asante sana. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nikhil Sashania, Karan Patel are the KCB rally team, and this is their sponsorship. Can we get a big round of applause for the two drivers, the navigators? Unfortunately not able to be with us here. 16.6 million shillings being signed there by Group CEO Paul Russo. And believe me, this goes a long way in supporting this participation in one of the most greatest rallies in the world. And I can tell you with the big smiles you can see on their faces, Karan's and Nikhil Sachania, definitely it's a big plus and boost to their participation. I will also ask Rosalind Tafadhali, please, if you could join them on the stage, please. This is another year they are sponsoring rally teams, and indeed KCB staying true to their commitment as a partner in moving forward matters sports, and more specifically motorsports, for what we are here for. Thank you. And Karan, I'll ask you not to leave the stage. Asanteni sana, our chief guest, Rosalind, Paul, asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Let me join these legends on the stage just for a quick banter. I'll start with you, Nikhil. Is it on?
Hello.
Yes, it is on. How many of you would like to hear their voices? Everybody, well done. Now, of course, Nikhil, you've had an amazing run in motorsports. You went through an event which, for many people, would have broken their soul and their spirit to go on. But here you are, competing with champions. KNRC Group N Champion 2023. He is the current champion for Group N from last year's season. Can you give him a round of applause, please? And he was also the Motorsports Personality of the Year for the year 2014, and also proving that nothing can stop you to take part in something you're passionate about. Nikhil, what keeps you going?
Well, good morning, everyone. It's afternoon, everyone. What keeps me going? Well, KCB for one. It's been...
Well, Ian.
It's my third year with KCB, and I'm really happy to be here. It's all mind over matter, to be honest, and I have a really good family, really good friends to push me forward, and obviously KCB. So I'm grateful to be here.
Well done. A round of applause to Nikhil Tafadhali. Now Karan, and for those who do not know, he's better known as KP. The man standing in front of you right now here is the Africa Rally Champion 2023. Can you give him a round of applause? Karan and Tosif Khan was not able to be with us here. Karan, it must have been a splendid season last year. I can see the smile on their face. I know you're back to testing your new car and definitely giving you more pressure to... It's always easy to win the title, but keeping it is the challenge where it begins. For you, what's on your mind as you head into the new season?
Well, yeah, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much, KCB. It's really a gift to us, my family and myself, to have you on board and have your support in order for us to continue doing what we are doing at the highest levels. So thank you, and we hope to have a very long future with you. And yes, as you rightfully said, it's very easy to win the title, but to keep it is another thing. And that is a dream, you know. So after we won the title in 2023, haven't celebrated too much because the dream is actually to win it a few more times. And that's the aim. The Safari Rally will be obviously a good platform for us to display our skills against the best in the world, and hopefully with the new car we're able to do that. And we are more so looking towards being Africa Rally champions for the next 4 or 5 years coming. So wish us luck, and we'll keep on doing our best, and hopefully we'll have KCB on board for the same. So.
Well done, Karan, and congratulations to both of you. All the best to the new season. Karan, of course, driving that brand new Skoda R5, which will be his car for the season. And of course, Nikhil with the Mitsubishi Evo 10. Well done and congratulations, gentlemen. And congratulations to your partnership, and looking forward to the years. This is KCB's rally team. Makofi kwa tafadhali. Thank you, gentlemen. You can now, you can get back to your seats, Antisana. Thank you. All right. I'd like to have. We move on to another part of the program, which I think will be quite crucial as we continue these conversations. We're just wrapping this up in a short while and have a fun moment coming up right of this session. I'd like to welcome the Group CEO again to the stage for a little just banter. And I'd also like to welcome our chief guest back on the stage and our WRC Safari Rally Event Director to be on stage. Karibuni sana. So what we're going to have right now is just a very short Q&A, which will just allow us to get a feel of their thoughts about this. First, of course, the partnership and the involvement of KCB in this event. So I'll open the floor by starting with the first question, which I'll send it to our host, that is our KCB Group CEO, Bwana Paul Russo. This, of course, has been an amazing journey, 20 plus years. What does this communicate to the rest of the world in terms of commitment from corporates to sports?
I think the first instance, it has to tie, with a purpose. And you can see for us, our purpose is for people, for better, meaning that for every interaction or any contact with any person is to leave them better. And at the heart of that is also building talent, both for the organization and the country. But you recognize we are in 7 countries, and therefore we can play a bigger role and bring in that space. But we are also deeply committed about partnerships. The success of KCB will be built, on the basis of strong partnerships. So partnership with government to deliver that agenda on specifically Talanta and CS. I keep going back to this. If we want to build, you build talent, but it must matter. It must enable those people to make their lives better. And that's why we exist as an organization. Thank you.
Fantastic. Now I'll open the floor for 3 questions, only 3 questions to the members of the media. There is a roving mic which will come to you. For the media, please, we have 3 questions. Introduce yourself, which media house? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mukami Wambora. I'm here for the WRC Safari Rally 2024 TV. And I have a question for the CS, as well as one question for Jim. I'd like to ask the CS if you can explain to us what the rally ecosystem is going to look like, and just expound on that. And for Jim, if you can just tell us about what spectators can look forward to the Safari Rally. Now that it's in Easter, we're expecting more people to come through. You can tell us what spectators can expect. Thank you.
Can we ask all of them? 2 more questions, please, from the media, then we can have them answer the questions. 2 more questions. Those were 2. You'll still get the opportunity to speak to them later. But right now, it's just like an open.
Okay. My name is Maximila Fula, write for the County Diary News on Sport. I have a question for the CAs. This year we are experiencing a hike in the budgeting of the Safari Rally Special from the KCB Bank from 100 to 195. What do we expect, and what, especially in branding, what outcome are Kenyans expecting the rally to look like? Thank you so much.
One more, please. Vivian. One more. All right, let's have those answers, then we'll finish.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Eddie. In terms of how actually the two questions are sort of related, how we project that ecosystem to look like. For this particular event, of course, we're expecting bigger, better, swankier, more fun, more funny, more people engagement, safer, and also to see a stronger Kenyan flavor. It's really important that you have a Kenyan flavor in this rally. And with a bigger support from KCB, we also look forward to having more engagement, more media involvement, more publicity. We expect to see more eyeballs. Last year, we project that we must have hit about 100 million viewers globally. We expect to exceed that number significantly. And so all around, a better experience and better branding for the country with the normal or anticipated economic spin-offs. There are a lot of positive economic spin-offs from that. Now, scanning that whole ecosystem, we certainly want to see a rally that has a strong Kenyan flavor. And I keep repeating this. We don't want to have a rally that is sort of foreign, as it were, where you have foreign drivers flying in and then spend 3 days with us, fly out, and that's the end of it. We certainly want to get back to those days when you had Kenyan drivers not only participating, but actually competing, and competing really, really well. That's why we're talking about a stronger KNRC as a feeder pipeline. We are talking about a rallying school to develop rallying talents from the earliest age possible, from karting to bagging and all across that whole ecosystem. So a strong Kenyan flavor is important for us. We also want to see a rally that is responsive to the challenges we live with today. Climate change is now a big thing, and so the greening agenda for this rally is important. We have a number of targets to continue that legacy program of environment responsiveness. We are glad to confirm here that we started a program to green the spectator stage in Kasarani. We have planted about 60,000 trees already in that space. We expect to plant more, because those of you who have taken time to go to the spectator stage, you have noticed how bare it is and how harsh the elements are, the sun, the wind, the dust. We believe that turning it into a botanical garden will only improve the experience. And we are agreeing with Paul, actually, that we will be combining forces with that greening effort, especially at the spectator stage. Finally, we want to see a rally that is making a difference in the lives of the people of Kenya. This is a bottom-up administration. Our policy focus is the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, meaning that we want to transform the fortunes of the people of Kenya from the very bottom of the socioeconomic pyramid. And that is why interventions like the Hustler Bazaar, where Kenyan traders can make some money within that rally ecosystem, artists can perform and be part of that whole experience, and just make sure that the big money that comes into this event trickles down into the pockets of ordinary people. That is important for us. Asante.
I think that you wanted to know something about the spectre stages. We have moved back to KICC. The main reason being is for the spectators to be able to come and see the cars from there. We'll start at KICC, turn left to Parliament Road, turn left from Parliament Road, we join the first roundabout, then turn right, join the Mombasa Road, take the roundabout and turn right again on the way to Kasarani. That road, we'll join Kasarani Road from Museum Hill all the way to Kasarani. We're inviting the spectators to be on the road. They can queue on the road, but avoid being on the center of the road. We'll go to Kasarani on Thursday. We will do one stage in Kasarani, which is what we call super special stage. That's why we have 2 cars running at the same time, competing with the 2 kilometers on each track. We are not giving out any passes for anybody to go and watch those cars. You don't need a pass, you don't need a sticker, you just need to drive and stay out of the track. For the people who will be having the stickers, will be shown where to park, but other people will be shown also where to park, but they do not need a sticker to go to watch cars at Kasarani. After Kasarani, you know, these cars don't come to Nairobi anymore. All the way from Nairobi, they go to Naivasha at the service park. They start arriving on Saturday, the week before, in Naivasha. They only come back to Nairobi on Wednesday. And don't bother with them because it will be not driven on Wednesday. It will be on the, the carriers. But on Thursday, from Kasarani after the stage, they will go to Naivasha on the road. We will be using the Kasarani, you turn right to Thika Highway, turn right at Muthaiga, use the Gigiri Road, all the way to Limuru. Anybody who wants to watch those cars, just park outside the road and you'll see them in the afternoon. But it will be not competing. It will be driving the normal rally speed. Those cars are not exempted from traffic rules when they are on the rally route, on the transport stages. So don't expect them to be fast. It will just be driving through. Then Friday is when the actual rally starts in Naivasha. The first stage, it will be Kidong on Friday. And there will be the spectator stage at Kidong. And it's very convenient. It's about 20 kilometers from the service park. You join the Moi South Road. Just go in and park. It will be shown where to park. And it's a big space that you can use. You can go there very early in the morning, but when you go in, don't try to get out until the stage is closed. You stay in, you'll see the cars twice. If you try to get out, you won't get very far because you can't join the next stage as it will be closed. You must go in 2 hours before the first car. Then Saturday morning, we'll go to Soisab. You know that the Nakuru-Nairobi road, which was a nightmare last year and the year before, but this time we are diverting vehicles from Nakuru to the Mount Narok road. And the cars from Nairobi will not go beyond Gilgil. Unless you go very early in the morning and get in, that should be 3 hours before the first car, you will not be around to go in. Again, you don't need a sticker to go in. It will be shown where to park and watch the rally. Then on Sunday, we will go to Hell's Gate. Last year but one, we had a nightmare during the finish. Remember, Hell's Gate is the power stage. Drivers these days score points on the power stage. Over and above the normal 25 points, they score 5 points for the first car. We will not leave Hell's Gate. We will finish the rally at Hell's Gate. Also go there very early. The cars will go in August around 12 o'clock, so you don't have to go there at night, but have a safe drive in the morning. Just park your car and you can join the truck. After the power stage, before the power stage, all cars will be parked at the Hell's Gate. The 10 cars that will do the power stage will be around to go and do the route again for the second round. You don't have to move, just stay where you are parked and you'll see the cars there. After the finish, we'll have the prize giving at the power stage. Don't go to the service park. Go there in the morning and stay there. You see the first round and the power stage at the same space. Any more questions? Thank you very much.
That's it. Thank you very much, Jim. Jim, of course, our WRC.
This year we are having a photo session at the Buffalo Mall. The cars with the drivers will pass through the Buffalo Mall. They will sign autographs, and every car will be there for 5 minutes. Then they will leave, go to Moy North Road. So if you want to see them, the driver, the foreign driver, and the local drivers, go to Buffalo Mall. They will be stopping there for about 5 minutes, sign the autograph, and then go.
Yes, that is Friday and Saturday.
Yes, 2 days.
All right, thank you very much once again. All that information, definitely, we've got the WRC Safari Rally Limited website, safarirally.com. All that information is there. And by the way, the media accreditation is open, so you better start getting your accreditations done. And to our host, KCB Group CEO, Bwana Paul Russo, asante sana. So this is what we're going to do. We are finishing off with a taste of how the Safari Rally will be. So I'm going to ask you to join us at the area where we have the two cars, the 3 bikes, where we're going to have an official flag off of our KCB rally team. And I understand, Bwana CS, you will be sitting in one car, and also our host. I hope you don't, you're not scared of speed. You know, this is Karan, yeah? African champion. Eh? So let's assemble right at the arc so that we can officially flag off the KCB rally team. And also heko to the Talanta Hela ladies rally team. DJ. So what we're going to have right now is Paul Russo will be flagging off our chief guest. Can we have, let's have Bwana CS, our chief guest, to sit in all right, there will be our chief guest, Bwana Karan also, yes. And that is car number 0, already checking the route. One, two, there you go. All right, we have our chief guest being driven by our champion, that is Karan Patel in the Skoda R5, one of the latest machines that we have that will be taking part in this year's WRC Safari Rally, and also for the various championships, including the ARC Championship. So I can see Karan's team preparing Honorable CS Ababu Namwamba's safety features. That's the safety belt. Remember, these are some of the most advanced, technologically prepared motor vehicles. So safety is definitely #1, and we are guaranteed. And they'll be flagged off by our host, that is KCB Group CEO Paul Russo. Just to get a feel of how it is to sit in these amazing fast machines. Also on standby, we have Nikhil Sachania. He is getting ready to also give a test of the Mitsubishi Evolution 10, or if you like, Evo 10, which will be co-driven by our host, that is KCB Group CEO Bwana Paul Russo, who is flagging off our chief guest being driven in the highly powerful Skoda R5. We're going to have a countdown shortly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And off they go, our chief guest. Gia ilikuwa imekataa, wacha yeke indicator, ndio tuone kama anaenda right ama left. Yes, ni left. Next we have the next rally machine, that is Nikhil Sachania. Can we have Bwana Paul Russo to come and sit with Nikhil? You'll be flagged off by the PS. So right now we have Nikhil Sachania, the 2023 Group N champion in his Mitsubishi Evo 10, and he'll be co-driven by our PS engineer, Peter Tum. Just making sure his safety belt is well strapped. PS Bariako, how are you feeling? I know your heart is already racing 100 miles an hour.
I tell you, it's beating thoroughly.
Ah, yeah, you're ready to go? Nikhil, you're good to go? Can we have the countdown? Sam, countdown. Hold on. And they will be flagged off by our host, Group CEO, Bwana Paul Russo. Waiting for Sam's countdown, and I'm told Sam is the one with our rally time. Tunaomba muwe waangalifu kidogo. This is a dangerous sport, but definitely all of safety and security features are well addressed. And right now in Nikhil Sachania's Evo 10, we have our PS engineer Peter Tum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And off they go, Nikhil Sachania and our PS Peter Tum. It's almost as a rally route, but well prepared to ensure that they get to enjoy and experience what this sport is all about. So as we wait for our rally cars and our chief guests to come back, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our partners and of course the organizers, our hosts KCB, Asante Sana, glad to be part of this historic moment once again. And also to acknowledge the presence of our chief guests in this day's function. And of course, that is CS Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, who was accompanied by the PS in the Department of Sports, Honorable Engineer Peter Tum, and all the partners, friends of motorsports, and KCB, Asanteni Sana for joining us and accepting our invitation. You can hear those engines roaring out there. And our chief guest is back. Clearly looking very relaxed. Sijui kama aliezana na hiyo mbio, lakini wacha tusikie kutoka kwake. Well, from the sound of everything, it looks like he is back safe and sound. Aya, tutampisha kidogo atoke. Asante sana. Honorable, yes. Did he listen to any of your instructions?
That's my dad, huh? He's telling you.
Definitely, this must have been an experience for you.
Absolutely. I mean, this is on another level. I mean, it slaps. It's just like.
So definitely, you have proven that sitting in the hot seat not only just gives you an idea of what it's all about, but you are hands-on. And what this goes to tell to so many of our leadership in terms of being part of the element, isn't it?
Absolutely, and no, this is how to do it. You have to feel it, you have to experience it, and I can confirm to the people really here that Karan here is on another level. The machine is stronger because I did this last year in the other machine. It definitely has a better machine and very well equipped for the next thing. So, you know, last year the president got into one of those WRC cars, and the first president in the history of rallying to do this. And so this is a government that is hands-on. We want to feel it so that we support it, knowing what exactly it takes.
Thank you so much for having us here. I know Karan, give him that driver's handshake. We need to see that driver's handshake and navigator handshake. Well done. Karan Patel, bringing back our chief guest safely and in hand, definitely identifying with being the Africa Rally champion. As we wrap up, I'd like to take this opportunity once again to thank our partners, including Tech, Elite, True Black, Oxygen, IMG, Dentsu, Scanad, Java, who gave us some sumptuous breakfast this morning. We also have Rally Falcon, including the Kenya Police, who provided us with the security, and not forgetting the county marshals, who have been part of this amazing showcase. Now we have our latest addition to the Safari Rally co-drivers list, and that is PAs for Sports, Honorable Engineer Peter Tum. Karibu sana. We just have a quick interview with you. You rightfully say that you are very happy that you don't wear the suits anymore. How do you think you'll be feeling inside here with the suits?
You know, one thing I realized is that as they tie you, it's like the normal driving. Sorry. But when you are taking a roundabout, my friend, it is like you are just going to knock people around.
But definitely an experience.
It's fun, and at the same time, it's something worth enjoying. Thank you so much.
So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. KCB's sponsorship and partnership of the 2024 WRC Safari Rally is in full effect. All right, that was car number 0. Normally in rally terms, that's the car that checks the routes and checks the routes. Asante sana. And also acknowledging the team from Bike Scene Africa. Asanteni sana. And I have a Delta Motorsports team here. Where's Joe, Umang? Where are you guys? You're somewhere here with us. These are all partners and friends of the motorsport. And it's really an honor to have all of them with us here today. Na pia ningetaka kuwashukuru wote ambao wako nasi hapa siku ya leo. Tukiwa na akina Jimmy Gathu, Jogosh bado uko na sisi, Seles Muko, Mutinda, Marindich, niliona Marindich mahali hapa hivi. Tuko na pia Kimeu, Miss Njagi, Flat Carlos, Msupa, GK Serkal, I Super Charge. Asanteni sana, and thank you very much for being part of this very special occasion here at Kencom, KCB headquarters, Nairobi. Wote wakaaji wa Nairobi tunawashukuru sana kwa kuwa nasi. Kumbuka tarehe 28 mwezi wa March tutakuwa pale KICC tukianzisha huu mchuano wa magari wa WRC Safari Rally. Na KICC ndio pale tutakuwa tunaanzia, kisha yaelekee Kasarani tarehe 28 mwezi wa March. So March 28th to the 31st we'll be having the full Safari Rally schedule. So make your way to KICC on the 28th. That's where we'll have the ceremonial start and proceed on to Naivasha for the official start of the 2024 WRC Safari Rally, also brought to you by KCB. So once again, on behalf of KCB, On behalf of everyone involved in putting together this event, looking forward to see you in March on the 28th. To our chief guests, Bwana PS, Chairman, President, Kenya Motorsports Federation, also Dr. Anastasia from the County Government of Nairobi, Pauline Shegu, together with the Talanta Hela Ladies Rally Team, asanteni sana. Wishing you all the best this year. The only ladies fully lined up ladies team. Wishing you all the best. Na kwa nyote ambao mko nasi hapa siku ya leo, asanteni, kuene na siku njema.
We can go up because we started.
Wasichana warembo otoka kwetu kule Davida, Asero na Selie na mare na masanga mengi.